Yeah, and go Beast Boy, go Beast Boy, go Beast Boy, go and go Fang Gang, and go Fang Gang, and go Fang Gang. Hey, rock the shows, rock the show. Oh man, we about to have some fun. Hey, hold on, let me share the link real quick. Let me share the link. Put it in Discord. We're gonna get started pretty soon. Let's see what's up with the chat. Hey, what up, Chris? Hey, what up, Blueberry? Hey, I'm sorry, this beat is so hard. Every time I throw it on, I put the beat on for maybe a little bit too much longer than I actually need to. What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're going to have a breakdown, and I'm going to roast the hell out of somebody more than likely. That's at least the way it seems. Seems like it's about to be Roastafari. Oh, it's about to be fun. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure I can pull the screen up. Boom. All right. I got the screen up. Tell me if you guys see it. Uh-oh. You see that background, you already know. You see that background, you already know. Hit the like button, share this video. Whatever you want, share it, let it be known. About to roast this baby back bitch real quick. Because he's sitting here crying. Yo, fam, you just share your opinion and people lose their damn mind, fam. And yes, what I said was an opinion too as well. And I'm going to address everything. I'm going to give a quick introduction. We're going to get right into it before this baby back bitch privates this video. Now, if you don't know who the Glira is with his nasty, disgusting ass, you might find him at your local bar. You just chilling, just hitting on everybody, hitting on anyone that's there. That's him. That is the Glira style. He's pretty nasty. He likes to make up things about people, spread false narratives. He's one of these cancel culture people. A lot of them out here. Andy from 10 to Live, Dad Challenge Podcast, the ninja that jumps through walls. A lot of them, right? So I guess they had this incident, this GoFundMe thing that went down a while back. And I was speaking to the person who was involved with that situation. And of the things and the receipts that I was sent, the main thing that I saw that was a big problem was the fact that she wasn't even allowed to be on YouTube no more. That's what really bothered me. I'm all with people having their opinions and feeling that type of way, but when you try to dictate who's allowed to speak to someone, like, fam, this person was in my chats engaging, showing me support, and I was getting emails like crazy. That's what made red alarms go off in the first place. I was just like, yo, how do you tell me who's allowed to watch me? How do you tell me who's allowed to drop comments? I don't know how you can know BX Beast Boy, watch him, have an understanding of what he stands for, of how he's against cancel culture, and how he's against being biased and everyone having their own opinions and own decisions and not with mob mentality, and think that you can speak to me in the way that you do. People talk to me like I'm a puppet. I'm not Will. The Glira will say whatever you want him to as long as you continue to watch him and support him. Yeah, he has his drunk rants, but majority of the time he's saying whatever the environment is telling him to say. No. Some of that stuff was obsessive, fam. When I did the interview, which was just me hearing someone, how you gonna tell me not to? Fam, think about this like it's media. I'm delivering a story to you. I'm allowing someone to speak their piece, and you going crazy on the fact that I had a conversation. How you mad because someone talked to somebody? Think about that in your mind, fam. You be sitting there like, ooh, Fox. How dare you interview someone, Fox? No, you don't. But for some weird reason, people feel like they're entitled to how dare you interview this person we don't like and we have these beliefs. Okay. If you paid attention to the interview, I said that multiple times. Everyone is entitled to having their opinions. Where I draw the line is where you try to dictate other people's opinions and who they should speak to. Damn it, people not allowed to watch me and support. So wait, let me get this straight. I want to just keep pointing out the dummies, like the fools that be saying some of this stuff. So you want me to allow people who don't normally watch my content because clearly they don't know me, that don't subscribe to me, that don't drop comments, they're not supporting me, to be able to dictate who is allowed to actually support me and watch my content and comment on my stuff? You're an idiot. You're a fool, fam. Like people would send me emails, and then when I reply, well, a lot of this stuff is circumstantial. The first response is, "Oh my God, you the Glera is right. You are an idiot. Why would I take anything you say seriously? Why? Because every time someone does anything that you don't agree with, you label them as monsters. I don't like the Glera. I think he's a piece of crap. But what his dumbass don't even know is in multiple videos that I have done covering him, I've defended him. Like how when his ex-moderator, whatever girl, the one that's been dying for attention I've blocked her so many times. I don't know how many accounts she can make. Like that, man, because it's just like certain types of personalities I already know. I'm cool. I don't want to talk to a Stan. You ain't gonna tie me up and put me in the back of the trunk and drive off the cliff like that old Eminem video. No, thank you. I'm cool. You stay your crazy ass over there. How the hell, when she was accusing him of making her feel uncomfortable with calling her with his shirt off, huh? Telling all the ladies they should be away. Stay away from Will. He likes to call you with his shirt off. I felt so horrible, but I'm going to defend him to the end of the world. A day later, it's as if I didn't try to use cancel culture to destroy him. I was doing videos letting it be known how wrong I thought that was. You see the difference between me and the Glera? I have integrity, but I also am allowed to say my opinion. I also am allowed to let people state their case or their whatever they think is going on. And if the audience chooses to go, you know what? Yeah, we ain't rocking with that. I don't believe this. I don't. That is your choice. You're the audience. But you cannot dictate the show, if you get what I mean. And if anyone was actually a supporter of mine that watch multiple videos and live streams, they know I disagree and have conversations on a regular basis. I sat there for an hour and debated Batman with another content creator recently. We was going die hard with it too. That's okay with me. I don't run in fear every time someone disagrees. I don't try to destroy someone every time someone has a difference of opinion. Every statement I made in that video, I still stand by. I do think the Glera and all his friends take advantage of people, and I think that they took advantage of that situation. The details in that situation, a lot don't add up from both sides. There you go. Cat's out the bag, fam. Cat's out the bag. A lot don't. Fam, do you know how many GoFundMes I get approached with? Guys, let's think about that. Ask me, how many GoFundMes do people send emails? Come on, ask me. Think about it. A lot. A whole lot. How many has BX Beast Boy done? None. People talking to me like we said, donate here. And man, like when I did that interview, there was no link to donate to anyone. I would never do nothing like that because I don't trust nobody, fam. Not just this one person. Nobody. I say no to GoFundMes. While these idiots go out there and do it and try to point fingers at everybody else when they should have just not tried to use that as a way to platform their platform. You think I don't know how charity is used right now? Fam, you think my subscribers is dumb? Like they haven't seen society? They don't know what people do donations is in a lot of these cases, in the fashion that these content creators are doing. You think they haven't seen those rich cocktail parties where a bunch of people just sitting there? Oh yeah, come on, fam. We know what it is. We know the show. We know the show that's put on. And I still stand by that. Fam, you think these content creators care about you? They do not. They are taking advantage of your emotion. You see, a lot of people, they watch YouTubers and they do visualize it as if it's a TV show, but certain reality in it, they don't see. The reality that you should see within these YouTubers, you don't see that. But when they want to use that reality to capitalize and take advantage of you, manipulate you to do certain things, oh yeah, yeah, full-fledged, see that. I don't do GoFundMes. I turn them down every time. So yes, in that video, this isn't me being an asshole, because if I did make mistakes, I would come out and have a conversation with you guys about it and own up. I've said sorry a billion times when I've gotten something wrong. I still think that it was obsessive. And anyone who was in that live chat, they know exactly what the hell I'm talking about, because the live chat messages have been crazy. Since then, the amount of trolling, which is cool, it's fine. I enjoy the engagement. But the amount of trolling since then, just because I've had an opposite opinion, or I let someone else speak an opinion that was not with the popular people, I've gotten crazy amount of trolling on every platform, which is cool. I ain't gonna complain about some engagement. Cool beans. Cool. Just don't go like get too nasty with it. There was a lot of nastiness happening. People were copying and pasting their trash ass opinions from sock accounts multiple times. Fam, come on. I wasn't take this seriously. No, fam. Everything I said applies. I don't think no one deserves a hate mob going after them. No. Yeah, you could be like, okay, I think this happened. But then you're not equally sharing that hate mob. You're pinpointing one person when multiple people were wrong in a situation, if that's the case. I don't see that same level of hate for other people, which I'm not saying none of this should be happening. You should just, okay, we don't rock with them. They not in our community. But then you go to other communities and try to dictate who can be there. Who the hell do you think you are? The mob boss? You own all the gangs in New York, huh? You just, this person ain't allowed to associate with you as well as us either. No, anyone can watch me. Anyone can have criticism. Anyone can have their opinion. You don't dictate that. You have the nerve. Y'all sit over there from y'all safe spaces, but then try to make everyone else's space unsafe. Y'all ass backwards. You think I'm not going to roast you clowns? I enjoy it. That is my purpose. I am your reckoning. I am the bane of your existence. And that's why you all hate me, because I'm not afraid to be honest. What you going to do? Cancel me again? Ooh, I'm going to get canceled for the 30th time. Ooh. Oh, man. Now let's get into this video where I guess the glare, he crying. He has a lot to say about the situation. Let's see what his opinion is, man. And after this is done, I'm going to put it on my second channel. That's the only reason why I'm doing this, for my backup channel, man. I need to put some more content on there. Subscribe to my backup channel. And after you watch this, go watch my new video I just uploaded to my main channel. That's way more important than this. These guys always want to say, how come you don't never talk about that important? But then when I do, they try to sabotage my uploads. Think about that. All right, so watch my main video after this. Let's see what he crying about.
In the up, hey, what's up? Sunday night, Rachel Towel 66, Kaylee. Let me.
All right, so the picture, his name is Fell Gang. Okay, so I guess that's supposed to be a play on Fang Gang. And he has a picture of Garfield with his face scratched out with crayon. Okay. Well, we see this about to get real corny. It's about to get corny quick as hell. It's about to be so corny. I'm gonna have to double speed it. Hit the like button, guys.
Do something here. Sorry about that.
Yikes. And this is supposed to be a serious, like, him addressing it seriously, right? Let's see. Let's change the. There you go. Easy.
Sunday night, I had a Patreon stream, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. I had to watch the rest. I had to watch it later, but
Man, he's promoting that girl that said she was uncomfortable and that she made him feel me too movement, but now they best of friends. He's promoting her video that she did, trying to get my attention, I guess.
A lot of people watch this. Flower Child, I agree with you. One thing you cannot ever deny, ever, ever, ever. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but me and that girl, we've had our problems. There's still some stuff hanging around, I guess.
She accused you of making her feel uncomfortable because you were calling her with your shirt off. She posted the screenshots of your private messages to back the reasons why she felt uncomfortable with you, man. Why this man made her feel so uncomfortable. But now they back to, circle jerking. It's pretty crazy, fam. Like, why am I not entitled or not allowed to say an opinion about that? I can't be the only one that sees this and be like, wasn't y'all just no? Like, that's not just we had an argument. No. She grew a whole platform based off of something that I'm assuming is a lie, right? Or is it true? Are you just what is it? Is she ignoring the nasty, or did she lie? So you would see why I have a problem taking these people as valid sources when they position themselves and position certain situations to make themselves seem beneficial whenever it applies to their YouTube growth, something that I've shown on multiple occasions that I don't care about. But whatever, let's get to the nitty gritty.
Basically, I'm not going to get into it, but we're not on the best terms at the moment. I'll leave it at that. But I don't have anything bad to say about her. Everything that I've ever had a problem with is the same thing that I don't feel the need to press on and to push on. But one thing that cannot be denied in the slightest bit is the video that she put together and streamed live on Sunday.
Giving her the best promotion job. Talk to the details. Let's talk about the details.
I'm not going to go and delete them because, like I said, I'm not mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Okay.
But anyway, so. And we're gonna actually talk a little bit about him, but not right now.
Talk about it. Hurry up.
But so a few days prior to that, a couple of days, I don't exactly remember which day it was. BX Bitch Boy had someone.
Now they can't cry about me cracking jokes where they calling me a bitch boy. But whatever.
On his panel, that was just spewing lies. Someone who was proven to be a liar during the holidays, like way back when, literally months ago. And it was really the hard work of that girl, between that girl and. Of
course, it wasn't you. She was doing all your research, right? Which you've admitted multiple times.
Annie from 10 to Life. The two of them really did most of, just between the two of them, but it was really mostly that girl who
they did a bunch of research and found a bunch of circumstantial evidence proving whatever made their point or narrative fit. I don't care about that. Like, I personally, for one, how I feel is if you are not a doctor and personally examining her, not over the internet, not through phone, not from text message, but in person, fam, and then I can make a decision on that. Everyone else is allowed to say their personal opinion. Other than that, I don't care. And that had nothing to do with my point at all. I'm talking about the level of harassment that's being done after the fact is crazy.
Who did the digging and the digging and the digging. And let me tell you something. It's not, I'm not going to get too deep into it. I guess I'll give you a summary, but it's not difficult to see. All of that content that I did back then is still up. That's content that girl used and she placed it on the video where she would have said this content is still available by its creator. That's me. So,
fam, this is a strong man. You're talking about a whole bunch of points that no one's arguing. In fact, watch. I am going to bet that he's going to bring up a point that the person I interviewed actually admitted to within the interview. You know how good I am at predicting these things. I'm going to bet he's going to do that.
So there's a lot of that stuff that you saw in that video. You can go back to my videos and look up, which is what I'm getting at here. Because this guy had this person on panel who was proven to be a liar back then and a fraud.
You've been proven to be a liar and a fraud multiple times. Multiple times. You accuse people of things that they didn't do, then admit that you're doing that just because you thought in the future they would. So, like, fam, who are you to look down on anyone, fam? Like, you're the biggest liar of them all. What are you talking about, guy? And now you're this beacon of hope and honesty and justice. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here with your fraud ass. Come on, boy.
A liar and a fraud about one of the most ugliest things that you could be a liar and a fraud about. And he just took her word for it because this poor, pathetic son of a bitch cannot stop foaming at the mouth for dirt on me.
He's lying his ass off. Fam, this is improving by multiple screenshots, video clips. Every time I want nothing to do with the Glare and I'm just doing my thing, he just pops up and just starts trolling. Fam. And so like if I could say it's cool, you could take shots, I don't care about it. Why do you cry every time I say your name? Like, I do not understand it, fam. If we've been in other YouTuber streams where it was not about anything involving the Galera, and I'm sitting there just promoting the stream, I'm helping people all the time. He just comes in and just starts going crazy. He just sees me and just goes great, but then plays this whole victim act and throwing rocks and hiding hands, fam. That's my only issue with a lot of these things. I don't mind if people talk about me. I don't care. I prefer you don't lie and spread false information, but everyone is entitled to give their opinion. What I have a problem with, or what I see as just a bitch move and why I lose respect for a lot of people, is when they do these things and then they act like, I didn't do nothing. I just sitting here and he's foaming at the mouth just talking about me. I didn't accuse him of doxing with no actual evidence or proof for months. And then just keep screaming repeatedly once he proves that and debunks that it's wrong. I didn't acknowledge that. Oh, like, and it's so fraud to me, fam. So sitting here, listen to these guys play victim, fam. My point still stands. You can think whatever you want about whoever, but you can't tell me who to interview to hear their side. It's just as simple as that, man. It's as simple as that.
It's pathetic. It's really, really pathetic. We're talking about somebody who is so just chomping at the bit that either he was too lazy to do research himself and look back to find out.
Let's see. He pops up in every other live chat and comments on every one of your videos. Like, yo, fam, I be chilling. Fam, when the last time, well, maybe not the second to last time I got canceled, right? Fam, and anyone that was like a BXV Sports supporter that was watching my channel, I took my channel a whole different direction. I started doing movie reviews, reactions to anime, discussions about just like men and women relationships. Guess who was commenting under my videos like all the time on a regular basis just to try to dump on me? The Glare. Just for no reason. Ha ha, look at these low views. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? This guy's but then I'm foaming at the mouth. I changed my entire channel's content and wanted nothing to do with nothing. And was just like, let me just do some fun stuff. Anyone that's a supporter of mine remembers that. I was doing live streams, anime, and movies on my channel for like a month. And he would just pop up randomly. So this whole playing a victim, like he's foaming at them, fam, it's a false narrative. And it's, I explain this all the time. This is what they do. They would try to paint someone in a crazy picture so now that their supporters believe everything. I'm showing actual proof. And look at the way he's speaking. And look at the chats and the way that, fam, I've posted comments, screenshots plenty of times. Not to mention, he's been accusing me of being a doxer and admitting that there's no proof to that at all, and that he's just going based off of what he thinks I'm going to do in the future. We sitting here listening to Doc from back to what is wrong with people? The fact that I got to even debate him in the first place was crazy. It was like just talking to a wooden ball. Yes, I said that right. A wooden ball. I don't know why I had to be wooden. It just sounded funnier.
If this person was a liar, because somebody had already proved it for him. All he had to do is go back and watch the live stream I did. And it's literally called Exposing Fraud with That Girl. That is the name of that live, where she in detail explains how she came to the conclusion.
Yes, because
Bridget was.
I should believe what you and your friends say. You know what? Take you out the equation. I should believe what anyone says without actually doing my own due diligence and speaking. Fam, I did. I had a different opinion than you. And also, this person admitted to a few things in the interview that you still crying about right now. The only thing we were speaking about was really the harassment, like the fact that she's not even allowed to participate in my chats without you and your flunkies going crazy. Y'all don't even watch me, right? Why do y'all feel like y'all can dictate who I speak to, who comments on my videos? Like, what? Why is during the live stream that girl sending her threatening messages? I have that screenshot. Fam, that's not making, oh yeah, this is what you want to do? Okay, you should have left it alone. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why? This is not WWE. Fam, like that's what I'm focused on. You should never be trying to threaten people. Like, what is that? Yo, that's not crazy. I'm the only one that thinks that's weird. I'm the only one that thinks that's too far. That's too much. Just me. Okay, maybe. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
As a fraud. And I mean, I don't care. I'll say
Maybe
her name.
I'm
A lot of people in the world named Bridget, but y'all know who I'm talking about. And yeah, absolutely perfectly imperfect. Pure hatred, clouded judgment. And that's what blows my mind. I don't know what this dude's problem is with me. At first I thought it was just, I mean, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit. But what you need to know right now, this is a moment for actually praising that girl. Despite our different.
Yes, after she tried to Me Too you. Okay. Yo, these people are crazy. In case you didn't know, I'm BX Beast Boy. I stand for anti-cancel culture. I give people criticism, but I'm not trying to deplatform anybody. I don't know how many times I got to keep expressing that, man. Maybe I need to start doing more anti-cancel culture videos.
The whole Truthy Magoo thing happened. He faked his suicide. We investigated that. Like, we had a couple of messages, really premature messages. Save Robbie messaged me.
I actually am going to do a video on that. Save Robbie sent him a message saying, yo, I checked it, did the research, the due diligence, and he's still alive, man. And the glare, he played stupid. I fully believe, this is just my opinion, that they all were aware that this guy Truthy faked his death. It was all a plan because something was about to come out. Fam, you sitting there acting like a baby and want people to pat you on the back when Truthy admitted to everything. He didn't blame you. He didn't say the glare is the reason why I faked suicide. He said, BX Beast Boy. And mind you, remember, guys, I thought we were cool. Like, I didn't have any beef with him. I never said anything about him. But he faked his passing away because he was afraid of BX Beast Boy. And then also Will's reply, which I guess he still has the videos up. You can look at this, was, we already talked in the group chat. You didn't have nothing to be afraid about. Y'all have a whole group chat about me, bro? That's cool. I don't mind. But that just don't sound right to me. Man, that you sitting here playing victim. No one blamed their fake suicide on you, guy. But then y'all paint me as this monster. And I'm cool with it. Just stop acting like a baby back bitch when I send shots your way. That's all. Get tougher skin, dude. And mind you, I'm only reason I'm doing this is for content for my backup channel. Make sure you subscribe to that. Garfield Speaks.
The day after or the day of and was like, something's fishy about this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's a little soon, dude. You know what I mean? To accuse somebody of something so heinous that they would actually fake their suicide. That's kind of crazy. Like, dial it back just a little bit, and, so I wasn't ready to jump to that. And then sure enough, immediately after that, Critical K, she goes live, or she makes a video where she went and called a wellness check on their house, which was a hell of a bold thing to do in a negative way, because at this point you had nothing but a feeling. Now, I admit that
Shut up. Your whole Michael Long situation was off a feeling. Shut up. These guys are hypocrites, guys. His entire whole, him and Annie and all the truth is a feeling. You can't tell me that you didn't watch that video and get a feeling. And now you're sitting here telling people that they shouldn't go on feelings. I wonder who else says that. Me. The only difference is I actually do it. I take the penalty of getting canceled every week for it. Like, these people are crazy, man. Like, and his supporters are only going to believe it because they don't watch me. So they don't know. They believe everything his bullcrap ass says. They don't know any better. And they're going to believe whatever narrative he paints on me. Because actually most of his supporters too is just like, I hate BX Beast Boy people. It is what it is.
I shared the same gut feeling that she had, that Save Robbie did. Everybody did. We all did. But decency dictates that you might be wrong. Decency dictates that you consider the possibility that his girlfriend Kate was really, really struggling with the fact, with it wasn't a fact, but let's just say, for instance, it was struggling with the loss of her boyfriend. You saw how close they were when they were on YouTube together. They were extremely, very, very, very close. So if this were true, this would have been a devastating loss for her, to say the least. So for Critical K to go out and call a wellness check on her, you know,
the DCP false flags people and gets the information and doxes people. And you said you were perfectly fine with that if it was the means to end for whatever your cause was. If you don't remember that, guys, I still have that video up. There's a debate between me and the Galera the first time we debated. Check it out on my main channel. It's just a whole lot of hypocrisy, fam. Like when I'm hearing these people talk, whole lot. It's cool.
Imagine she actually was grieving and suffering with the confusion that her boyfriend was gone, and trying to understand why, and trying to understand the craziness of YouTube. Feeling mixtures of anger, blame, self-blame. Could I have done something? These are all feelings that if you've ever lost somebody to suicide.
If you ever lost somebody, fam, first of all, they faked it. They faked it. They faked it. I'm going to say it again. They faked it. The whole empathy thing he's trying to spread right now, come on, they faked it. They faked it. Get that up out of here. Also, I have lost people from that. And I still think the way that you've handled that situation as well as your own mental health things is extremely disrespectful to the people I've lost. So shut your ass up and just do whatever you do. That's it. And you said this situation's old, right? You said your piece, I said my piece. Why are you so afraid to do this? Is this just for content? I'm admitting that I'm reacting to this just right now, just for content for my backup channel. Are you doing all the stuff you do for just for content?
You're going to struggle with it.
Huh. Seems odd.
And hold on one second. I'm sorry.
Yo, this guy, I don't know. He's reading his text from what other people telling him
mixed
to say.
Emotions. It's almost as if
hurry up.
If you've ever lost somebody to suicide, you know how painful it is, and all the different mixed emotions. It's almost as if every negative emotion that you could experience, you're experiencing. And
yo, this guy is just sad fish. Yeah, that's me, fam. Okay, we've been through it. Get to what your point of what this video is about, though.
In order to try to cope with this when it first happens, so the lack of decency behind Critical K's actions was appalling to me at that time. Still is, honestly. Because she had no idea. She didn't know anything. None of us did. The decent thing to do is assume that it's the truth until you can prove otherwise, which is what we ended up setting out.
You don't ever do that, though. You don't. Yo, fam, when has the Galera ever handled anything like that? When has the Galera ever, you need to prove me otherwise? By definition, if you wouldn't be in this mess, if all these claims and all these so you get fooled once, twice, 3 times by multiple people. I never did a GoFundMe for anybody. You guys did. So what was the proof and evidence of? You don't go by that, you liar. You go by emotion because it's easier to manipulate your subscribers like that. That's what you do. The Michael Long situation, you didn't go off for no proof. You went off for emotions. What are you talking about? That's all these guys do is go off emotions and attack the people that go for logic. That's the way it works. There's no secret to this. There is blatantly 2 sides. The people that practice logic, the people that go off of strictly emotion. You're the emotion. And cancel culture's on that side. With the pitchforks coming for the people with logic.
Out to do. Myself, Annie from 10 to Life, that girl, and Josh from Bad Challenge Podcast. We all, us and a couple of other people who I'm just not sure if they want to be mentioned or not. Us and a couple of other people were in a group chat, just sharing information, digging and sharing information. That girl did the bulk of it all. And between her and Annie, really, they did the bulk of it all. And they ended up proving, basically. And I did It
was all circumstantial, fam. It was all circumstantial. It was, look at this picture from this thing, and she admitted to that. Like, so what?
Little undercover work myself. I was texting with what I thought was Kate, but I know I was texting with Truthy. And there were times I was texting her, texting with him, and I could tell the difference. It's like they weren't even trying. As I stated when we had when we exposed Truthy, and Truthy actually came on, which I'll get to in a second.
So you could tell based off a text. So you had a feeling that they were speaking differently, because I don't think you strategic enough to notice certain patterns. So I think you just I got a feeling this. That's a feeling.
It was it was just
Get
it
to
was just
your
a
point.
situation
This
where
man cried for 3 hours for nothing.
we all just
Come on, man, hurry up.
the good people in the situation, the decent people in the situation, still had the gut feeling, but thought we could be wrong. There's still a chance we could be wrong. Let's get to digging. And
so you went off a feeling. Hold up. So Critical K is horrible for going off a feeling, but you guys went off of a feeling that inspires you to do digging. So you went off a feeling. Okay.
And then
right.
so
I got you.
Eventually, once we realized, Truthy was texting me, and so was Kate. And I could tell the difference in the way that they talk. Annie was getting the same texts, not assuming, just really stupidly, not assuming that Annie and I were sharing texts and comparing them, which is exactly what we were doing, and finding discrepancies. And so it just got to a point where we just knew there were too many things. There was more evidence to dictate that Truthy was alive than that he was dead. That's what we came to. So we did a little sleuthing on our own, and this is exactly what we came up with. And then,
what, fam? Why is he going into the whole Truthy thing? Because we told the truth about it. You're not saying anything that's different from what was said in my interview about Truthy. Yeah, you definitely. I said other than we think, in our personal opinion, that you all were well aware of the Truthy thing. But the fact that it's causing this much panic is kind of like, whoa. Damn, y'all going on a full BX Beast Boy attack with this one just to hide that, just to cover that up. What new account he made? Who else in your crew is really Truthy behind the scenes?
Bridget goes to that girl, I believe, and lets her know, hey, Truthy basically is trying to steal the money from the GoFundMe that he set up for me. She says he set up for her. Right. Nicole H., it's shocking to me that I mean.
So wait, hold on. So what you're saying is when she said in my interview that she was the one that came to you guys with the information that led to you guys putting the nail in the coffin for knowing that Truthy was still alive, that was a true statement? You heard the truth on my video? So what are y'all crying about? Because she said that in my video. What are you crying about? I don't understand. Because you don't like someone, or you disagree with them, or whatever. Fam, I don't get it. I really don't. Just don't watch the video. You don't watch any of my videos normally. Like the fact that these people that clearly are not in my community will come to my video just to go crazy. Fam, and also I want to say, I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you like the glitch. That's not my job. My job is to entertain, provide content, and as well as put it towards my purpose, which is decapitating the hell out of these emotional manipulators. Metaphorically, of course. You can dislike me and watch me all the time. The only thing is I just would like you guys to be respectful. You can be like, BX Beast Boy, I think you're an asshole. No problem. I disagree with this. Cool. But then when you start to throw the crazy stuff out there, then it's like, okay, be respectful. I'm always down to have a conversation.
Even having to talk about it right now. But the fact is that's exactly why it's necessary. Me having to retell this story months and months later after it's already been under the rug, not even under the rug, just it faded away because it's been settled. It's been completed. It's been solved and it's been resolved. So that's it. So I don't see, you know what I mean?
So no one's ever allowed to say anything again. I got you. I get you. That only applies to them, though, guys. They're entitled to bring up whatever they want from however long ago they want. But no one can mention something that didn't even happen long ago. It was like, what, last year? Beginning of this year? One of those.
But we'll get to that in a second. So then that girl tells me about this, and I'm shocked because at this point, when I realize that I think if somebody's capable of faking a suicide on YouTube, then they're capable of just about anything. So I believed it. I remember seeing her in his chats. I remember her getting a lot of love. I remember donating to that GoFundMe myself.
That he had the access to? Okay.
And feeling proud to do so. Feeling very proud to do so.
Yeah. Feeling proud because you don't do it because you actually care or because you want to contribute. It's, I want to be proud. That's why I'm gonna do GoFundMe's and hold live streams. Proud. The amount of channel growth you get from doing stuff like that is crazy, guys. It's because they take advantage of people that care, fam. And that's why I'm gonna make an effort, fam. I think I keep miscommunicating what I'm about. And people just they either like my voice or they don't like someone that I speak about. I'm anti-cancel culture to the fullest form, fam. I'm with the receipts. I'm with the evidence. I'm also with people disagreeing and having their opinions and not being destroyed for it. That's me. That's what I'm about. I'm about using logic. Intuition is one thing, yeah, but logic is definitely the first choice. That's me. I just want to make sure that's clear, fam. And as you can see, most of my detractors, all of my detractors, are on the opposite scale. They use emotion to manipulate the hell out of people. And if you speak up against it, they will try to take your livelihood, smear your name so everyone can discredit you, misrepresent certain situations, and flip narratives. This is what they do. You know, he got to hurry up. And this is boring me, man. I'm going to keep it real with you.
Because Truthy, and I will give him credit here, Truthy, now at this point, I believe it was for self-serving purposes, of course.
You already said that.
Truthy had me on his channel.
Wait, that's not an assumption. He's literally said that. When he docked someone accidentally, and she was telling him, I told you not that for. I'm sorry, I'm a fool. You know, she does all the research for me. That's already been admitted. Like, I don't know what the hell he does other than drink and sit there and
basically would say your channel is my channel, blah, 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 because Critical K had false flagged me and I could not do live streams. So at that point, he says, well, you know, your channel's my channel. That's bull crap. He walked me through the process of being able to fight it. Again, I still give him credit for that, and I'm still grateful to him for that. But
I remember having a small argument with Truthy on the Glamorous panel because he was saying some misinformation about copyright on with YouTube community guidelines. And then once I shut him down, like, no, that's not true at all. Wait, okay, so you can do it that way too. But then, my bigger YouTuber friends are the ones that did they tell you to fake your death as well, and then blaming me for it? You punk baby back bitch. Probably. That's the way YouTube works. It seems.
But
I wouldn't put it
during this time. He allowed my moderators. A lot of my moderators were his moderators, and they dropped my PayPal in the chat. And I just felt weird taking PayPals from people on someone else's channel. So I would take that. I took the PayPals that I got and I donated them to Bridget's GoFundMe. At least the majority of them.
You decided to do that. That's odd as hell, especially in the way that you did it. That's your choice. Okay.
And I felt happy to do that. I felt it was rewarding. Now, but I did. Part of me wanted to antagonize him enough to come out. And sure enough, the next day, my phone rings. And when my phone rings, it's Kate, and I see it on the caller ID. And it's Kate. She's like, hey. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to say this once. I'm not going to say it again. I'm not saying another word to you. I want to talk to Truthy. Put Truthy on the phone. I know he's alive. You're full of shit.
I'm working on it.
And there's a little bit of silence there for a second. And Truthy goes, I'm here. And then we had a civil conversation, but I didn't hold back as to what I thought of him. And I basically challenged him. And I basically
challenged him to what?
I mean, as much as someone could.
A drinking competition? What did you challenge him to? It was Miller time? What project goes? Like, what are you talking about right now?
Verbally force someone to do something without blackmail or anything else. Just pure, you're a piece of shit if you don't do this. I said that he had to come on to my live stream with me that night and apologize to the entire community for what he did.
You milked it? You had this information. You said, you have to come on my channel and apologize to everyone. I remember that stream. That's the stream where you told him that it was just going to be you and him, and then you had a bunch of other people join on, and it became a mud stumping. They stumped a mud hole in his ass. Like, fam, they went off. Which, honestly, he's a piece of crap. That's not me defending him at all. But am I not entitled or allowed to say that I believe that the Glera did that to make it seem like he was this upstanding guy At one point, Truthie says during that interview, this isn't what we discussed. What did they discuss? What was the plan? What was the plan, Glare? Because there's certain things you're not really talking about. And I'm allowed to say this is my opinion. I don't have any proof of this though. But here's the difference. I'm telling you guys that it's just my opinion. That something just sounds off with that. Your friend faked his death and announced his return on your channel. World premiere, mirror. Okay. Yeah, it's easy to just point your finger at me just so you can take some of the heat off your back. Make it seem like you're so good and I'm so horrible for saying what everyone is thinking in their heads. I'm the guy that's going to say what everyone's thinking without fear of being judged by society. What can you do? I've been called everything. I've been smeared. I've been canceled. I've had people try to attack me in real life. What can you do? People are threatening to dox me. What's up? I've been doxed. You don't scare me. None of you guys scare me. Save Robbie. If Robbie keep making your threats, the Glare keeps sparing my name like you admitted to. You've been calling me a doxer for however long, and everyone defends you for that, even though there's no proof of evidence, and you admitted that. Check that out on one of my debates. You're not going to scare me into doing what you say. I'm not a pet dog. I've noticed a lot of content creators try to treat me like I'm a pet dog. Dad Challenge Podcast, Tipster with his punk ass. A lot of people. I'm not for sale. I'm honest. I know the cost. I know that my career, I'm not going to blow up or get big. I don't care about that. I don't. It's never really been my purpose, fam. As long as I can comfortably talk to my community and have real dialogue and real discussion, I'm happy. And if I can make people laugh, oh, that's a bonus. You guys don't scare me. Send your flunkies to drop comments, send me emails, threaten people. I don't care, fam. I do not. There's nothing more. Fam, there's nothing more. There's nothing more they can do. So, yeah, I'll take the shots. That's me. That's me all day. But when I swing back and I swing back hard, don't cry. Don't cry because it's not going to do nothing. Don't send your mob of subscribers to come to me. I know you don't like each other, but he's having a hard time. I don't care. He can kiss my black ass. I'm going to be extremely disrespectful, and I'm going to do it in such an elegant way. I'm going to talk about his sobriety. I'm going to talk about everything. There's no gloves. But I'm not going to throw rocks and hide my hands. You can keep doing what you guys already been doing to me. I'm just going to ignore you when you cry and say it's unfair when I start stumping a mud hole in your ass. I think that's fair, right? Hit the like button if it's fair. If you think that's right, if you think that's fair, put FANG in the chat. That's all I say. I think that's fair trade. We gladiators, right?
Did. And so he did. He agreed to it. But he had an ulterior motive. His ulterior motive was to defend himself against Bridget. And when you watch that live, because that live is still up and it's not going anywhere, that live where we exposed Truthie, where Bridget on Bitch Boy's live stream somehow threw shade at Mr. Nut for breaking a desk or a table or something, which I don't, that's kind of an exaggeration.
Actually, he broke a desk. I threw shade about him twerking on live stream. That's something I thought you can't deny that, right? That's not over exaggerating. He's making it pop for a real one on live stream for dollar donations. That's not a lie. Like, what are these guys trying to make it seem like I'm sitting there? Fair, no, I didn't say anything that wasn't true. I'm entitled to my opinion. These guys dog me all the time on a regular basis, dude. Fam, I think me making a joke about twerking on stream, and who cares about that? He
did get upset, and he did slam his fist on the table because he was angry. He's sitting there hearing the voice.
You wanted to portray anger because you don't actually know these people in real life, Ninja. Get out of here, fam. You're not friends with none of these people. None of these people are friends. You're not friends. This is a business situation.
Voice of the dead that he once called his friend. So he was rightfully angry.
So hold on. He was rightfully angry. He didn't blame him, though. When Truthie came back from faking his death, he blamed me. I didn't slam a desk. I didn't break no table. I calmly addressed it and I moved on. I don't see what's so hard about that. But whatever.
I was rightfully angry. Annie was rightfully angry.
Doing the
And we
chicken
all
neck,
gave him a piece of our minds.
looking like Marcy from Married
And-
Children.
After Annie left, I felt like everything had been said. And so I kicked him off the panel and I was done with him. And then I opened the panel.
No, I don't have beef. I see someone asking if I got beef. No, I don't have beef with anyone. Like, I have a lack of respect for a lot of people that are affiliated with the Dad Challenge podcast because blatantly, if you can see all the nasty things he does and be silent because it benefits you promotion wise, fam, then yeah, that's just that. So as far as having beef, no, but I could crack jokes about people making it pop. I don't know if they got beef, but he has 100% trashed me or dragged me in comment sections, live streams, all of that. But I don't take any of this seriously. So to answer your question and answer that in the overall, I don't have beef with anybody. When I was young, growing up in the Bronx, fam, beef meant something different. Fam, I had to look over my shoulder. People were trying to shoot at me. People were attacking me with weapons. The internet, I don't have beef with anybody. No, I say my opinion. They say this. They throw rocks and hide their hands. I don't. It's just as simple as that. I don't have any personal grudges with anybody.
And let people speak their mind about it. And everybody had a lot to say in the chat. And there were a lot of people in that chat that night. I mean, a lot of people, probably the most I've ever had. And there was a lot of people in that chat. A lot of angry, upset people. And the reason why I bring that night up is because he did defend himself against Bridget's accusations, which were that he was trying to change the passwords for the GoFundMe so that she couldn't get in it and he could take all the money. That was his accusation. Or that was her accusation against him. And
He came out from faking his death to address the GoFundMe.
So
These people are Jerry Springer
he
episode.
denied this. I mean, he was obviously grasping onto any sense of anything that would give him one little iota of honor amongst what was
So
happening, due to what was happening. Earl and Annie that kept making little. They were noticing things, and then they'd message me and go, "Hey, you see this? The fuck?" And yeah, all the videos are on my page. They date back. This all happened.
Yeah, all the videos of you showing circumstantial evidence. That was never my point. Like, man, this is a clear straw man. And you know what's crazy? A lot of people are falling for it. A lot of people are falling for it because they're going to try to position this as if I did the interview saying, this is all factual. This is how this is done. No, I actually stated what was factual. I would chime in, oh, I did see this. I was there for that. So there's a lot of things that were just nasty, fam, but I made it very, very clear. I even did an after show right after it. It's on my backup channel, a live stream where I was answering questions, that my main point, the point I was stressing, was that the harassment was over the top. And that I did believe that they all did it just to seem like heroes. Fam, they're like people that they give donations and film it for YouTube. They'll go out on the street, see a homeless person, give them a sandwich, and make sure that camera is right there, zoomed in real nice and tight. That way they can post it on their channel. Oh, wait. Doesn't the Dad Challenge podcast did something like that, right? Real similar. He did a GoFundMe, took pictures, sent it to the news, had it posted on media. Damn, if only a YouTuber spoke about that. Oh, that's right. It was me. I wonder why they trying to smear my name. Go check that video out, Dad Challenge Podcast. It's the long form one. It's in my playlist of Watch This ASAP. By going deep into a lot of the other GoFundMes that he started as well. What was Butterfly Kisses? What the hell is Butterfly Kisses? I don't know, but he raised some money for it. Taking pictures and sending it to the magazines. It's crazy.
Between Christmas and and just after New Year's.
Oh man.
So yeah, this all happened just after Christmas. And so,
what's the point?
Sorry, I'm reading the chat here as I'm trying to talk to you guys.
No, you don't know what you're doing. You reading messages from your ex-mod telling you what to say. Hurry up and get to the point.
But I appreciate you. But it would be hypocritical of me to tell people not to name names if they're at least involved in this particular situation. So, no, you know what? So. Then that girl, she finds all these discrepancies in Bridget's story. Bridget posted stock pictures from the internet, from Google, of the place that she was supposedly getting treatment from.
You mean exactly how she told us. She said that she took. I don't even think he actually listened to the damn interview. She admitted to that. She admitted to that, and I explained it. Man, this whole thing is a lot of semantics and people flipping certain things. She blatantly admitted to that, and I'm not defending nothing, but that was clear as day because I even made a point to stop and go. Pretty much, guys, when you take the picture from the website, it ends up on Google no matter what. So even if it wasn't directly from Google, it was still from the website. And she admitted to taking the pictures from the website. Fam, there are pictures from my YouTube that if you search my name on Google, thumbnails from my YouTube pop up. What it is? Why is that like a thing? I don't care, fam. I really don't. He needs to hurry up because I'm getting so bored watching this now.
Just her stories weren't adding up on anything. Like I said, reference back to that girl's video because it was extremely detailed and extremely well done. Reference back to that video and watch that because that has all of the details. But she proves beyond a reasonable doubt, absolutely. She proves beyond a doubt that that Bridget was definitely lying, about what she was doing. So once they realize this, once Annie was sure of it, once that girl was sure of it, well, what she ends up doing is canceling the GoFundMe. What I forgot to mention was on the live stream, and this is really important, on the live stream prior to exposing Truthy, the one where Bridget was throwing all these accusations at Truthy, she won everybody's hearts. I was already letting people know, hey man, I think that he's alive. You know?
She won everybody's hearts. He was alive. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link, right? Anyone want to call in and talk about this situation? I'm more than happy to have a conversation because this is boring me. So we need to liven it up a little bit. I'm dropping the link. Want to call in? Call in. This is fam. Yeah, she did. She was right, but she was horrible. Like, you know? What are you talking about? I don't care about none of
everybody in the chat was just like, "Oh, poor thing. What a villain. How could he possibly do something so low? This and that. Blah blah blah." And so, she's saying that she can't access the money, nothing like that. And so Annie takes it upon herself to create a GoFundMe for her on that.
She took it upon herself. She made the choice she decided to do, okay. So she, once again, in the interview, when she told me that she didn't ask anyone to do this, that you guys just did it, she wasn't lying when she said that either. Okay. Fam, all I'm seeing so far is a bunch of stuff that she admitted in an interview. She just gave her perspective on the harassment, which is what the interview was really about, the harassment after the fact. It's pretty crazy. Dorothy.
Oh, wait a second. I have to pause my YouTube. I'm sorry.
Yes. Hello, Dorothy?
Hey, BX, what's up?
Yeah, your picture's all black. It's all good, though. Don't worry about it.
Well, I put, I'm not going to lie, I put electrical tape over my camera because I notice sometimes, even if I'm just watching video, my camera light will pop on. But I can shut my camera so a bubble comes up. There you go.
It's all good.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't feel like doing my hair and makeup to go on camera, and I'm not going up with my messy bun.
It's all good.
Anyways,
I'm not worried about that.
Annie is notorious for jumping the gun and setting up GoFundMes and then having to take them down with an apology because she never vets anything she reports on, just like the ML debacle, which has been completely proven to be.
I got dragged for not doing that too, for not talking about that when it happened.
Well, you're smart because it would, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say because when everyone else was speaking about it, I was getting dragged by everyone, every community. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. Everyone going based off of feelings. So it's crazy now looking at it after the fact.
It was toxic, and there were two sides. And first of all, we should have never known about this family situation. Let's just leave it, and that's the father's fault. And he exploited people's emotions towards child abuse. In order to gather this support, he ended up probably collecting over $300,000 throughout the various apps.
I have no idea how much he collected, but I do know it was exploited.
It was disgusting, and it was never meant for the public eyes. And he had a history of dragging this out in family court in an effort not to support his children. And this was like, what set red flags off for me was that it was the fourth or fifth man he had accused, but I know this isn't about that. But Annie has this history of doing that without vetting anything to actually look into it. And once again, she got caught with her pants down, period.
I think that when you
she did it
do these GoFundMe things, you got to take that extremely serious. I've turned down a bunch, fam. I'm not doing it. I'm not that person. If I do something for a charity, you're not even gonna hear about it. No, I'm just gonna do it. Like this whole doing this stuff to look like a good person is crazy to me.
Right, and it's manipulation. And if you're going to, let's say you got in touch with a little boy and he had cancer, you know what you do? You set up the link to the cancer organization that this little boy is getting some assistance through. You never let the money funnel through you, because it looks suspicious when you're taking GoFundMe's in the name of a donation, and not GoFundMe, but Super Chats even. YouTube's keeping 30% of that. So how is that helpful?
Fam, I said that all the time. Who was in control of this GoFundMe that Annie from Tennessee started? She was in control. I have no idea. Who was in control of it? I've asked that so many times.
You would have to know somebody's bank information in order for it to go directly into that, right? You would have to know
she set up the GoFundMe,
and she's in control of it.
Okay, so that's what I'm not gonna just make a full assumption, but that's what I thought. And if that's true, then why are people not coming to her about it? Why, if she started it? Because she already admittedly, he even said it, that she felt obligated to. So she started it. It should be. It's on her. It's her responsibility. She decided to take that responsibility. Right.
Yeah.
So the fact that people keep harassing people to where they're not even allowed to type in the chat, they feel too afraid to type in the chat of a stream that has nothing to do with none of this. I could be talking about Eggo, waffles, and they're too afraid because if they say anything, hey, you still scamming out here? And it's like, why don't you talk to the person who set up the whole thing?
And another concerning thing is when they're not willing to, if you ask, hey, can I get a breakdown or some type of spreadsheet of how this money has been dispersed, how much you've collected? Because where's the checks and balances? There should be 2 set of eyes on it, if not 3, just so that there's full transparency, that nobody is actually scraping money off of the GoFundMe. There's no
all that can just be avoided by just not doing a GoFundMe.
Not doing it.
Like, that's just, it's as simple as that, fam. Like, all this other stuff is irrelevant. In fact, the GoFundMe aspect is irrelevant to my whole point of the harassment that happens after the fact. Fam, I could put up videos that have nothing. It's right now. Videos that got nothing to do with any of this, and there'll be comments, yo, this person scammed you. It's like, yo, fam, you guys are that obsessed? Dude, like, then go with the content creator that made you feel that way. That put all of that in your head, that you need to feel that, and you go and you vent over there. Because over here, we use logic, fam, and I allow people to have different opinions and have conversations. I'm not going to silence someone because you don't like them. That's stupid as hell.
Exactly. Because just because a group of people may not like them, some other people do. You know, you can never make everybody happy. And if you try, or it bothers you that you can't, then this is not the platform for you.
Facts. Because I like conversation. I open up the platform for conversations. Sometimes it turns into debates. But either way, it's still we're entitled or allowed to disagree or have different opinions, especially if no one's going to speak about what I'm talking about. If I'm saying the harassment that happened after the fact is too much, you pointing out all this other stuff is just you making a straw man argument and trying to get people to focus on something that I'm not even speaking on. Right. Why is threatening messages being sent to people as my premiere is playing?
Well, you know, you should, as a creator, I've always thought it to be very strange that people want to try to get creators involved into toxic situations, and you were very smart to sit the long one out because it was nothing but a nightmare for everybody who even commented.
Hold on. I don't want to just skip over what I just said. What I just said was a big deal. I don't want to skip over that. So I'm going to repeat it one more time. Why are people receiving threatening messages while my video is not even finished premiering yet. I don't want to just skip up. That's a big deal because people will just skip over that. Like, that's okay. No, it's not
they're
okay.
trying to silence you. They're trying to get you to stop this stream and go run scared. That's their motive. To
That's
try to
crazy.
shut you up.
Now, and that's my point. It's not even about me because they know it ain't going to work on me. That's why they sent this person that was being spoken about the message. As the interview is being played, is being premiered, she's getting threatened messages and I'm receiving the screenshots for it. And people expect me to, no, you're proving my point. That's too far. If you don't like someone, don't watch them. Why are you still in contact with them? Why are you still threatening them?
Thank you.
That doesn't make any sense. That's a bully mentality, fam. So whether you think someone lied or they was wrong for this, you're entitled to that. That's cool. That is perfectly fine. You don't dictate who can come on my channel, who can speak, who can write, who can comment, and then you threaten them and expect me to look at them like they're the bad guy. Are you insane? Has anyone watched my content? I stand for anti-cancel culture. You're using cancel culture techniques, thinking I'm going to side with you. You out your mind. But yeah, what was you saying? I wanted to make sure that was
does
right.
not work. It gets the person you're trying to cancel more attention. And so it has the opposite effect, really.
That's only one aspect of it. That's only one aspect.
Yeah.
Like getting more attention isn't worth having your personal job called and you getting fired because of something, or you losing livelihood, income, your future just because someone has been cancel culture. That whole cancel culture is fake thing. Is when people say that, they don't pay attention to the certain aspects of how it has changed lives and ruined people's lives. So it's a big deal. It's something serious that should not be done.
I would say that people just jumped on, and for that first maybe 1 or 2 videos, I kind of was supporting it, was the family vlogger with the little adopted boy. I got it. Okay. People were outraged. But then you had to stop and think, wait, they still have 4 other mouths to feed. So now you're going to just hurt children in the name of one child? So you exposed it for what it was. Great. Now wash your hands of it and leave it alone because there's still 4 other mouths to feed.
My thing is there's nothing new happening with that situation. If there was something new, I wouldn't care if anyone reported it. But she literally ain't even upload since then. Like
because of the toxicity and probably the threats and the hate, they exposed her address. I mean, they dug up every old Facebook post. I mean, people just got obsessed with
the Dad Challenge podcast reads old Google searches. Fam, what did she need to look this up for? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, you're looking at people's past search history? For what? What happens when it happens to you? What happens when someone's looking up your search? What nasty stuff he got in his search history?
Oh my God. Let's talk about his GoFundMe he did for his mod, who came onto another panel and said she was independently wealthy, drove a Mercedes. I just bought a brand new $5,000 Mac computer. And we were all like, what? And you had him.
I would like to see proof of that.
Well, the video got taken down so quickly. I did send you that one email with the video from one of those channels, which the old mod popped up on the panel, and she described the whole situation that happened while she was a mod at Dad Challenges. But the girl got so much hate for it that the host of the video that she just completely took it down quick. Because
that's the thing with those situations. No, continue.
Yeah. Well, because you know how he attacks and his goons attack. I'm sure you've tasted it or got a lot of it.
I've been force flagged by him. Yes. Not a piece. I've gotten it. I've gotten full-fledged. Ain't a piece of it. But what I will say is, because I have to still be unbiased, is when it comes to the ex-mod stories and people doing stuff like that, sometimes it does give off the appearance of someone is scorned or they're just affected by not being in the community anymore.
To defend him and expose them. She was literally trying to defend him. What happened? Says her out of her own words. She wasn't even an ex-mod yet. What?
You said what? Who is she trying to expose? I thought you said she's trying to expose DCP.
She was trying to defend Dad Bod, but in her defense of him, exposed the whole fraud of it because he had insisted that all right. So she's explained it. She explained that her Cash App got hacked. She lost about roughly, I don't know, $5,000 in a Cash App, whatever. They did a GoFundMe. She was insisting that he never said it was an outrageous amount and that they had only collected roughly around 20 something hundred, but some of it was sent as not friends and family. So she couldn't prove that she provided a service or some type of, merch. So she only got a portion of it. But so somebody on the link who is a master at catching audio suddenly just played the audio of him saying that she had lost over $60,000 in the largest Cash App scam in the history of all Cash Apps. And she just hung up quickly because she got caught lying. Because he had already deleted it.
That's great.
So,
wow.
yeah.
I didn't see that. If there's any kind of proof of that, I would like to see that.
The video's already deleted, but that's my girl, and I could probably get you the audio. So let me work on that. I can send it to you.
Yeah. But the only reason why I say that is because I need to confirm things before I could fully speak on it.
Oh, absolutely.
But as far as him, yeah, he's definitely nasty as hell. He's false flagged and he's done a lot. But with the X-Mod stuff, I still believe that you got to take everything that you hear with a grain of salt. You should do your own research and look into stuff.
Because they're bitter. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that. Oh, yeah. You can't just take that for face value. Anything you hear, even directly to your own ears, you need to vet it. You need to go research it. You can't just take it on as truth. And too many people do that.
I do agree with that, yeah. And not be afraid to make your own opinion. Some people, they get, I guess, persuaded by mob mentality to not speak their mind and be like, this don't sound right. It's just, they say whatever. Like, people do look at YouTube as like we're professional wrestlers to the fullest extent.
Well, and that's the thing too. I think that creators are just normal, everyday people. And I would actually classify them as, pretty much amateurs because anybody can get on and create a channel. I mean, but the hate that you guys receive it's just unbelievable. I just can't believe people take on YouTube stuff so personal and then lash out by sending threats and doxing people. I mean, I've never sent a creator a hateful email to where I'm threatening them. If I don't like somebody, I don't watch them. It's that simple.
That's a fact. It's part of the game, though.
Yeah, it is.
Game. Like getting shots taken at me, and I already know what's up. I already know what I signed up for. Too late to back out now. I'm doubling down with this. But that's just me. Like I know what I stand for. I'm willing to be the person that takes those shots for a certain level of honesty and not backing down to the mob. I'm cool with that. But it is kind of crazy. It's a lot. It gets obsessive. My only problem is when people throw rocks and hide their hands. I don't mind rocks being thrown, but don't act like a victim, like you did nothing wrong, like you're just super innocent. So I guess public opinion can be like, oh, you're the good person. This is the bully. It happens so often within YouTube that I think I've grown so disgusted with it.
Yeah, well, and then the cheap shots, like if you can't have a discussion, an intelligent dialogue with another creator calmly, then the cheap shots come with it. Like say Robbie said, called you ugly. Like, what grown man uses that as a way to try to put somebody in their place? It just shows his immaturity and his mentality.
It's he's just you're an emotional manipulator. Well, you're ugly.
Right.
It's funny.
Like he just showed his ass.
Yeah, he's definitely super immature, and that's not an argument or any kind of point or reasoning. But I look at stuff like that and laugh because I know that my supporters are going to laugh too. You see, what I've been doing is doing the most debates I can possibly have to prove my point, to where my supporters are developing certain logic and tactics of debate in real life. So where people try to manipulate you and do stuff, you be like, you ain't catching me with that. I seen the glare do that. I seen so you just dodging all these people trying to use emotion to manipulate you and stuff like that. And I guess by doing that by default, I have some really, really intelligent ass subscribers to where when we see things like that, we laugh our ass off. That's funny. It's like watching Dumb and Dumber.
the panel you showed, and I didn't see the original panel. I caught it on your clip, and you played a lot of it, so it wasn't taken out of context. But when I think his name's Brown McGee and Robbie were friends, and he confided in his friend one-on-one, like, dude, something.
He would have told the secret, and yeah.
And then he went and told other people, who then made it a public thing. So now this could possibly have ruined a man's, marriage and stuff. And then you had another guest come on and basically blame him for telling Robbie the secret in the first place, because that was just too much responsibility for Robbie to handle. But he trusted him as a friend. Which I kind of got to question the dude that told Robbie that in the first place. Did you really expect him to keep that to himself? He's not capable of that. He hasn't been loyal to one friend.
Were we going based off of what? Over what? His past experiences with friends? Not everyone treats everyone like they treat everyone. One person's experience might not be the next.
Yep, that's a good point. Okay.
Plus, they've been friends for a long time, and if this was the first time he told a secret, how could he have known?
Have they been friends a long time, or are they just YouTube friends?
This guy said that they were hanging out in real life. He charged them to go to the studio with him. Like, I've heard a lot of details about their friendships. He described it, saying that they knew each other for years before YouTube, and that the other guy was trying to use him to social climb on YouTube. That's according to Say Rob. I don't know if that's the truth or not, but that's what Say Rob is out here saying.
He doesn't have that many subscribers. He's under 10,000, hovering around there. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not a channel with 300,000. Where all right, you might have attached yourself to that person for some
I can't say that. I can't say that. That happens all the time. I've had people attach themselves to me when I had 4,000 subs. So it doesn't matter the numbers. People will social climb. Radiant Brit did that to me. Radiant Brits, a content creator, did that to me and then flipped the narrative to make it seem like I was the big bad evil person to try to grow even more. 100%. Used to send me videos asking me to react to it. Same thing with T-Spiracy, a bunch of these people. And I'm still a small content creator. So yes, people will. It's just because we're looking at it as it's not that much, right? Logically. I still think I'm a small content creator. But the person who's thirsty for a following, who wants to be cool, that wants a community or wants a circle, they look at it like, I don't have that amount. That's 2,000 subs that I don't have. I want those amount of subs. I can be better than him. That's how people think. If you got 100 subs, there's someone with 5 subs that's jealous of you. That's just the way it works. There's always going to be someone who doesn't have what you have, fam. If you eating a chicken sandwich outside, someone's going to be mad because they didn't get to eat.
Yeah, I guess I have a hard time identifying it because my brain doesn't work like that. I just don't work like that to try to use other people for self-promotion. I want to, if I ever do want to give good content, good conversation, and build it on my own, authentically. Yeah. I just wouldn't attach myself.
Even if
that's why I'm not pointing it out.
Even if you wouldn't do it, you should still try to see why someone else would. That's just not even just for this one situation, for every situation. Just because you wouldn't do it, it doesn't make sense to you. The best way to get a better understanding for everybody and just have better conversation or have just a better sense of empathy without trying to sadfish or anything is to try to see why someone would do something even if you wouldn't. Like the greatest detectives, they don't go, well, I wouldn't do this, so this is impossible.
See, that's why I'm not a detective, because I couldn't run all those scenarios of why somebody would be so deceitful. But I get it. Yeah, I guess if their ultimate goal is to build a channel, they're going to start attaching themselves to people who may help them with their sub count.
It's not even the goal. It's the personality. Like I say, you are a personality type that wouldn't do that. There are a bunch of people that's not like you. That this is the only way they know how.
They their personality needs that.
Yes.
What the perception of it, or needs the attention of growing a channel and having followers.
Everything, yes, everything you just said. Both, both, as well as they need to build a base. Like, hold on, because I'm.
Well, there are some really easy cases that people could have just reported on, even though their heart wasn't in it, or they really didn't even have an interest in the outcome of it, that would have gathered a lot of attention. So like and I'm glad you didn't jump in that, because at first it was bringing tens of thousands, I would even say over 100,000 people to YouTube to get more about it. And then it just turned into something so different. But it was getting a lot of views. And I think a lot
turned
of
into
people
that from the
didn't
beginning.
care.
It turned in. I saw that from the beginning. I said it since day one. People were using that for views, without a
Right.
doubt, without not a doubt in my mind, fam. I remember having full-on live streams with a bunch of people in there dragging me. You're a monster. You're horrible. How can you watch us? I remember going on the Glarus stream, him debating me about something, and then for one random reason, whatever, I don't know why, putting me on the line with Michael Long, where he tells me this descriptive ass story about all these horrible things and says, "So what do you think now? Do you believe her?"
And exposed. Oh no, he was exposed. All his text messages were released. It was pure coaching. And everybody wanted to come with this narrative. And I'm sorry if people don't believe me, but that's my belief. And I'll respect your belief. I won't attack you for your belief. But it's just wasn't cool to exploit a child. And then this narrative came out where it was just, you always believe the child. No, you don't. Because there's a lot of parents who coach their children. You always listen to the child. And then you have to see if it's true. You just don't automatically believe something. That's
the details
irresponsible.
I felt like been discussed way too damn much. It was just simple as I knew people, whether it was true or not, was taking advantage of the story and using it to manipulate people's like their empathy and the sympathy to gain views and subscribers.
Oh yeah,
I knew it. And you haven't seen anyone who milked the hell out of that situation come out and be like, "Yo, yeah, I was wild. I'm not bad."
The one who wanted this to explode into a viral thing, and he was successful, was the father, and he did it for financial gain. And he literally got what we could see through just GoFundMe, 250,000. But he had Cash App and
details. I know you keep wanting to go into the details about the father. I don't want to go into the details of that. I get it. I understand. Wait, you keep doing, ma'am. I get that you want to go into the details, but that's a whole nother topic that we discussed right now. I don't want to turn this into a Michael Long conversation.
But I'm glad you didn't go there because it was ugly and toxic. So you were smart, and you saw the toxicity of it.
I was just, and thank you, I appreciate that. But I was just aware that people were just using the situation to gain notoriety. That's it was as simple as that to me. All the details of what this and wasn't. I didn't need all of that. I already knew what everybody was doing. From the way that they were doing it. It wasn't covered in a respectful manner. And I do funny for that. What I don't like that name. I thought there was a troll. Let's let them on panel and see what happens. I'm gonna take this picture off.
Okay.
Hello, Jim.
Hello. Hey, Dorothy.
Hi, hon.
This is actually Georgia. I'm Jim's assistant.
Oh, hi, Georgia.
Hey, Dorothy.
How you doing, love?
Good. Well, it's funny. I was just listening. You just brought up Tiffany.
Well, I didn't say her name, but I brought up that GoFundMe.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, I grew up with Tiffany, and I was sent that video. I know her family. I remember we had this whole conversation that day on the phone.
Wait, hold on. Wait 1 second, please. So you're not Jim?
Well, I'm Jim. I'm just Jim's assistant.
So you're not Jim. Why'd you come on Jim's account?
It's an inside joke. Well, because everybody knows me as Jim as well. So since we're talking about GoFundMe fraud, I figured I'd come in under the right.
Who's Jim? Like, is this someone I should know?
I am the girl who has the same name as the state that has peaches, also known as Georgia.
Okay.
But I was the whole deal about Bridget. I one thing I wanted to respectfully ask you is, did Bridget ever show proof that
how do you connect to this story, Georgia?
I'm sorry.
So how do you connect to this story? Yes.
Because someone came to me about Bridget's scam, and I'm the one that Googled
Oh,
the
we're just the
information.
GoFundMe girl that Annie set up the
So you're a
GoFundMe.
subscriber.
Yeah, I didn't know the name of the person.
Hold
I
on,
understand
hold on,
what you're
wait,
saying.
guys. We got to be able to have this conversation. I don't understand. You just came on, and I'm just supposed to assume who you are. You came from a different name, so I'm
No,
just trying to get that out. That you did come from a different name. You're under Jim.
Right. Well, I told you what my name was.
Okay, all right. Now, after I just asked and everything, all right. So you connected to this. You were a subscriber that seen it, and then you stepped in.
No, I was just, I guess people would inbox me if they were like, hey, look at this. Like, do you think this person's lying? And one day somebody inboxed me and said, have you
Why
seen?
though? That's what I'm trying to figure. I guess that's why I'm lost. Is
Well,
do you do it
I don't
professionally
know.
or something? Why did? Are you a content creator?
No,
So wait,
I'm just a subscriber. And so I saw
you just
that
got it like that. Okay, I see you.
Well, I just, someone sent me the information and said, you know, look, have you seen this? Have you seen this GoFundMe that this person set up? And it took me 30 seconds to go on the internet, figure out where she had plagiarized things, figure out that she had used stock photos when she, you know, and then I sent her a message, one message, not like she claims I sent her all these harassing messages. I sent her one message and I said, why are you lying to people? She instantaneously blocked me. And then that's when that girl went to, the information was given to that girl who went to Annie. And then that night I emailed Annie and I said, just so you know, I hope you've gotten the information showing that this woman is scamming people. And the next morning, Annie, you know, and that was I never spoke directly to anybody. Someone came to me and said, hey,
Except
none
for
of
when
this makes
you
sense.
asked
What do you think
them,
about it?
you didn't speak to anybody except for when you said, "Hey, why are you scamming?"
Well,
That's directly right.
no. I think maybe you misunderstood me.
So you didn't to that?
What now?
I said, so you didn't hit someone up saying, "Why are you scamming people?"
Yes, I did. I messaged her directly, and I said,
so you did contact someone directly.
Yeah.
I was just trying to understand. I'm not trying to catch you in any trap, but you're just saying things.
Right. No,
I'm trying to
okay,
understand the situation, the way you came in. I'm trying to figure everything out.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah. I'm just trying to keep up. You talk.
Yeah,
a
the
little
chat's
fast,
confused too. That's why I'm like, well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on so we can understand.
Okay. And look, with all due respect, I joined your Discord. I joined your Discord not that long ago. And the second I get in there, I see people talking about how, you know, all this stuff about me, and you instantaneously blocked me. And then the stuff about Bridget.
I blocked you?
Huh?
I blocked you?
Yeah. From the Discord, which was
I
fine.
personally blocked you.
Okay, well, I don't know one of your mods. I don't know how Discord works.
Okay, so you came onto Discord and
Yeah.
someone blocked you.
Right.
So I would have to look into that. You could have just emailed me when that happened as well.
But it's just not even like it's not even that big of a deal to me.
Brought it up now.
Anyway, so I just simply wanted to say that, you know, it doesn't take that much time. I don't think that people who, you know, doubt these people who are coming in, setting up these GoFundMe's, I don't think it's wrong to take just a few minutes to vet these people and figure out if somebody really, and then to confront the people. Why are we not allowed to do that?
Who said that wasn't allowed? I want to address every point one at a time before you just try to throw a bunch of things out there. Let's do one at a time.
I would like to know.
Elaborate.
I would like to know why it's fair. My first question is, why is it fair that you let Bridget on your panel and you allowed her to go and get and announce that I had gone and made some fake Plenty of Fish profile for, and then you have the whole.
She said your name? Excuse me, ma'am. She said your name?
No, she didn't say my name. She said,
well, guys, I guess you know who that is now, because they felt so compelled that they had to come on here and say, why do you have the right for someone to say something and not say my name?
No, I actually typed it in the chat. As soon as she said it, I was like, hey, I'm here. You can talk about me. Like, you know, I mean, she's obviously very angry at me. And, you know.
Then y'all should talk. What does that have to do with me?
I don't have anything to say to her. I'm just over here.
But you just want to talk about her to
she's
me.
Scamming them out of their money.
She didn't. She
And I
skipped.
think
You
it-
just want to tell everyone else. So you just wanted the platform to say your piece about the
Right.
situation,
Yeah,
even though it was a whole
that's
bunch of things
exactly
that
it.
was missaid and
Right.
worded a different way. And
Have you read?
just wanted to say
do
your
you have any
piece.
medical knowledge? I'm just curious.
Do you? Ma'am?
Yes, I
Like,
do. I do.
what? Guess what? Guess what? Though that
I'm
means
just
nothing
curious
to
if you have
me.
any medical knowledge.
That
It
means
just seems like
nothing
it
to
would be a
me.
more responsible choice for you to, you know, when you're running this and this campaign against people who are doing this, that maybe you do a little more of your own research.
It seems it would be more responsible for you to pay attention to the actual points. I've said it multiple times in this video, as well as the video that you watched, and it caused you so much pain that you just have to say your piece. If you actually paid attention to that, my point was the level of harassment. Like, I would say saying that you're not going to contact someone directly, but then getting caught up in your line when you did just admit that you did contact them directly. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
No,
let me say my piece.
My
Miss, ma'am, you said it. Miss. I want to have the conversation with you, but if you're going to cut me off every time I have a point, it's kind of going to defeat the point. You can say your piece, and then I'll say my piece.
Fair enough.
Now, you felt so compelled to disagree. You know, I got to come on and tell everybody this just because in my main point, I did an after show explaining it. I said it in the video, and I said it multiple times now. There's a certain level of harassment that was being received, even in the chats that you took part in. You saw it, right? So, oh wait, did you conveniently not see the level of harassment that was taking part in that chat?
No, I didn't say that. You just put those words in my mouth.
I'm asking.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not saying a word.
I'm just asking if you saw. I just asked you a question though, man. Did you see the harassment that was being shown in the live chat?
I did. I definitely did.
Right,
I wasn't sitting there watching it. I have kids. I wasn't sitting there watching it without taking my eyes off of it. But yes, I acknowledged that was happening.
Right. So wait, let me get this out.
But
I just wanted to see if you
angry. Don't you think people are angry?
Would you like me to address my point, or are you just going to emotion? Are you going to let me address my point, or are you going to keep interrupting me with emotion? Now, you saw the harassment, and now you're saying it's okay because people were angry. So whenever someone has an emotion, it's okay to do whatever, right?
I did not say that it was okay.
All right. So what was the point of bringing up? It interrupted me. It's people are angry when you admit that you've seen harassment going on just because I spoke to someone. That's my point. That you guys keep trying to make it seem like it's okay to harass people because you dislike them or disagree with them. And also, you can't tell me who to speak to. I'm not like these other creators that you actually subscribe to. You can't demand. All right, so let me get this out. You can't demand, or you just actually, you kind of just said, what gives you the right to platform her and let her say this? And so you tell me who I can
just questioning. I'm just
you're questioning who I can speak
critical.
to.
Hey, this is can I criticize you for a minute?
You can criticize me the whole time. Of course you can, but you got to actually make sense, though.
Okay, with all due respect, I'm not telling you who you can and you can't speak to, but with all due respect, as potential subscribers, maybe I'm not talking about me because I mean you could probably care less if I subscribe or not, but wouldn't you want to,
Wait, you're not even a subscriber?
Well, of course I'm a subscriber, so I can watch the video. I'm just saying you probably wouldn't care if I unsubscribed and went my own way. But my point is, it just seems like, critically thinking here that, if you're trying to, present a certain idea that continuing to have someone that has proven to be untruthful about this.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me who to speak to. The way you're wording it doesn't make any difference. If you think they're being untruthful, that doesn't mean I can't speak to them. Guess what doesn't make sense to me? Cancel culture. You can't tell me who to talk to. Guys, did you guys just see how she just said, no, I'm not saying that, but the way that why would you talk to someone who's like, I can talk to whoever I want and interview anyone and let them speak their piece. My main point was that they were being harassed, and I thought that was obsessive. You just admitted right here on this live stream that you witnessed the harassment. What's the problem? Just because you disagree or don't think they're honest, I'm not allowed to speak to them?
Say specifically what you're talking about when you're when you're talking about harassment. Are you talking
about
already
admitted the harassment?
Are you talking
you
about
have already admitted to seeing in the chat? Every single time I make a point, you try to change the direction into this. You already admitted to seeing the harassment. Now you just try to tell me that, well, I think you have a responsibility, but pretty much fancy smanchy, you shouldn't talk to someone because I think they're dishonest. How you gonna tell me who to speak to? If they are dishonest, my subscribers are smart enough to tell that. You think they can't use logic to break that apart. Who are you to think that you can dictate who can come to my channel and who can speak and who can be interviewed? Let people make up their own opinions. You obviously don't watch my content. I'm against cancel culture. You can interview whoever you want. Anyone can be interviewed by whatever. I don't dictate that just because I don't like a person. I don't believe them to be, I guess, truthful. I think the Galera is a piece of crap and lies constantly. I don't get mad at whoever he speaks to because how do you, what makes you think you have the right to do an interview with the Galera on your platform? That would sound crazy. So, and now you sit here thinking that you can dictate me. You come on here with your sock account, you know, and damn well, that ain't your damn name. That ain't your damn name. You admitted to that, and I'm supposed to take you seriously. Now, I hope I answered your questions, ma'am. I've already seen harassment. That was my point of it.
Jim's been around for a while.
I don't care. Do you have any other questions for me? I'm definitely willing to answer.
Did you you said
did I do research? What else? Come on.
You said you wanted. Did you say you wanted proof about the whole thing with Dad podcast, whatever his name is, his ex mod, when Dorothy brought it up? Because
I would have to see. Is there proof? You have that? If you would like to share it, you're more than welcome to.
But here's my question.
Here we go.
I do have very solid proof of it, but what it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're sent the proof, then if you go out there and you bring it up and people start bullying her, then what's the point of even sending you the proof?
I don't understand.
If someone sends you proof for something and then you're going to sit there and look at it and say, well, this proof isn't good enough.
I not allowed to make my own opinion, ma'am? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying. Just because you think something is good enough, it has to be good enough for me.
Well, I mean, it happened with Bridget, so what's not to make me?
Okay, so you're clearly biased. You have a personal grudge against somebody, and your feelings are hurt because I don't believe circumstantial evidence.
Anyone, and I
don't. It ain't happening with this case. So it might have been something else. Listen, ma'am, I don't need your information.
I'm not in the in the bed with any other.
You clearly have a grudge against somebody. Now I'm not talking about the content creators. You clearly don't. You have this opinion against this one person, and it's going all around my main point of the topic. And now you're trying to use that one opinion. Well, I don't want to give this because you didn't listen to me when I said this about so and so.
My opinion is very low of anyone who goes and who manipulates people into donating money and using something like cancer when they don't even have it.
Wait, hold on. So you don't like when people manipulate people to donate money? What content creators do you watch, man?
Not very many. And
who do you watch, man?
Do you want a list?
Sure, just give me some and say who you watch.
What would it matter?
All right, you don't want to have this conversation. Well, it ain't matter. I don't need any information from you. You don't have to send me anything about DCP. If you disagree with the video, you're in mess. We can't have a conversation if every time I say something, you're going to try to cut me up to get your bull crap point across. I've gave you a lot of respect, even though you were saying a bunch of misleading things. Wait, I didn't directly contact, but yes, I did. Okay, so if you don't want to give me information, I'm perfectly fine with that. You don't have to. If you disagree with the video and you have your own opinion, that's perfectly fine as well. But I want to make sure it's clear. I'm so glad that you called so I could express this again. You cannot dictate who I talk to, who I interview, who I do videos about. No one. You can have your opinion about it. But then if you're going to act like a little mad girl, you didn't take my advice, so that means every single time you have to agree with my opinion. I don't care about that. I'm being honest with you. I don't care about your bullcrap feelings. You're mad about something. You're entitled to that. But you can't try to control other people's actions based off of it. It sounds like you have nothing else to say now. If you don't mind, I would like to continue this conversation with Dorothy. Are you done?
Definitely I'm not trying to control your actions. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't even know most of the creators even talk about. So
are you, anyway. Ma'am, did I answer everything? Are we done? Or do you have anything else?
So I just want to know, did you ever find out about that Plenty of Fish profile that Bridget said was set up by her?
You are so hurt, yo. Yo, man. I also did ask if it was true, though, by the way.
I'm not hurt.
In the interview, I did ask. Okay, so laugh to the bank. That's cool.
I guess it's
all right,
small details.
Anyway,
thank you.
In the comment section,
enjoy your day.
Get your dumb ass out of here. In the video, I blatantly ask if that's true. I'm like, wait, what? Is that true? And now you sitting here crying about it. Yo, guys, where in my videos on my live stream does it give you the indication that I'm going to care about you having some kind of emotion about something? Like, I want you to really understand that, fam. I'm always willing to have a conversation, but when you keep trying to cut me off, then guess what? I'm going to cut you off. I didn't mute the person. I was just assertive, and we're entitled to or allowed to disagree. But what gives you the right when you talk to me like you own me? That's why I'm going to go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I can talk to whoever I want. I can get fan. When a news station interviews someone, if you disagree or you think they did whatever, what gives you the right to? Why do we feel so comfortable to try to control people? And then you admit that my whole point of the video was the harassment was over the top. You admit that you've seen the harassment in the chat? So what are we talking about? A bunch of things that got your feelings hurt personally? And then when I ask you a direct question, you run around it. Every time you ask me a question, I answer it, you cut me off. I ask you a question, you run in circles. Well, it wouldn't matter. And I don't want to hear the crying, fam. Like, go to the glare, go to channels like that, fam. I have to start making it extremely clear that that's not me, fam. I can't have empathy, but when you try to dictate what I do and dictate my opinions and control who I speak to based off of your emotions, you justify harassment because people are angry. So that means every emotion is justified. You can do whatever you want, right? Like, that's my whole point. I love when these people prove my point. It's hilarious to me. Hey, Dorothy, I think you're muted. You have anything to say?
Yeah, I muted myself on purpose.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It seemed like we was having a good convo.
No, that's all right. I just want to get back to the GoFundMe issues and how
I don't know why
just
everyone
don't
keeps
think
going to that. But okay, go speak.
Well, I just don't think people should donate to GoFundMes that are just set up for any reason.
I would advise the same.
If you want to donate to a charity directly to the charity, I just think that's the way to go. It'll get to people who need money for, support going through any health issues. It's just this isn't because as much as I didn't agree with the GoFundMe that Annie set up, I don't agree with getting personally in touch with that girl. And I'm gonna say it, Georgia, but I don't think it's cool to confront that girl. Why are you lying? If you wanted to just shoot the creator an email and just show her some proof, that's one thing. That's but
you doing detective work.
Right, that's a little much. I don't support that. I've never done that. And even like if you have issues with people online, like Heather and I at one point didn't get along. The only time I've ever got in touch with her privately was to squash it, to just agree to disagree and be kind to each other in comment sections, just so we could all coexist. That's the type of outreach you should probably be doing.
When you say that, that is justifiable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Continue.
No, I'm not trying to criticize Georgia. I'm speaking for myself. That's just not the way I behave online. I'll go at you in the comments publicly if you come at me, like it's fair game. But privately, I'm not going to reach out to you and harass you in your personal life. That's not going to happen.
Or did she say that she did reach out to someone directly and then say that she didn't reach out to someone directly? Was I tripping?
Well, she said that she had commented. She messaged the Britney girl and said, "Why are you lying about?"
But then a few seconds later, said she never directly messaged anyone. I thought, okay, chat. Maybe you can let me know.
I don't know how you disprove a condition just by Googling things, because your medical is protected by HIPAA.
Yeah, like whoever's medical background, I don't care. Fam, you can't do that over the internet. Y'all the same people that go to WebMD and think that you about to have a heart attack when it's really you just need to take an aspirin or something. Like, fam,
right.
If you're not the actual doctor, then you shouldn't be trying to diagnose anyone. I say that for the mental health stuff too as well. Because these people have done videos trying to diagnose people with narcissism, and that's like you have to actually have degrees for that. But I digress. They do it all the time. But I digress. My main point wasn't about none of the things that she was arguing about. Yeah, but my main point wasn't about anything that she just tried to address just now. My main point was the harassment, which she admitted to. So what else was we talking about? You admit that the harassment is over the top because you witnessed it in the chat. No matter how you try to flip it or reword it, and then you try to get responsibility to blah, 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 just so you could pretty much tell me that I can't talk to someone. You try to flip it and reword it, and just so you could in a fancy way tell me who I could talk to, who I can speak to, who I can interview. That is insane to me. Do that to a news network. Do that to a network that you watch any kind of current events on and think that, fam, you won't even be able to get the call through. But me, I sit here and allow you to actually address some real opinions. And it's all, but I think this anyway, and I have this, but you don't think this is good enough because it's, so your feelings are hurt because I didn't want to go based off of your circumstantial evidence about something that wasn't even my point in the video. Your circumstantial evidence don't prove nothing when it's about people being harassed. And you admit yourself that that she was being harassed, but it's okay because people are angry, right? So don't come here. If it makes you that crazy, which I say this for everything, it's not just about this case. If anything causes that much of an emotional reaction, you need to step back, step away from it. You shouldn't go near it because it's not worth it. Life's too short.
And even the way you email creators to try to give them information about something that you believe maybe they should be aware of, like just give them the link to where they can find it and a short description, and that's all it takes. They're gonna vet it if they're interested and come up to their own conclusion. For me to email you would be like, I hate this, and look at the I'm just gonna give you the link to the actual video and just say this is what I'm getting from it. But here it is for you to look at. And I think that's enough.
If I was to show you
people privately, not cool.
Well, if I was to show you the video, I'm telling you, the nasty ass emails I get about this situation, I bet you one of them was her. Like, then the way that she just reacted, I'm not going to guarantee, but it's safe to really think that one of these nasty ass emails and people start calling me idiots and all types of crazy stuff was her because I didn't agree with her opinion. So, like, fam, like when I hear stuff like that, I think that the main point that I want people to notice about my channel is it's anti-cancel culture. Everyone's entitled and allowed to have an opinion here. You ain't no because you say so, they can't even speak. Now that's like you thinking bully tactics is okay. You're bullying people from supporting me. And you think I'm going to be happy about that? That's insane. From people that have the nerve to come into my damn voice call with a sock account. It's like pulling teeth trying to get them to admit who they really are. Who the hell is Jim? Oh, but this is Georgia. So why are you coming into my thing from a different name and just immediately just disrespect the guest and just start trying to debate Dorothy? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, there's no respect from that side, guys. There's no integrity. There's a whole bunch of emotions, sad emotions. I can tell you what to do. And I thought I made this clear, fam. Like, that's not what I'm about. Like, I don't know how much more I can make it clear. What do I got to do? Marathon?
I have seen, let me tell you that people are way too invested. And I have seen where there's a group of people that have met from YouTube based off a specific topic, and they start entering into these private chats where everybody's taking screenshots and taking screen records. It always ends up blowing up in everybody's face. I have entered one of them maybe once or twice, but not for very long. And I have just never participated because I was like, that was hella uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to be just thinking about YouTube all day long in my life. And it's important to be able to disconnect and not take it all so serious.
Yeah.
To where you're Googling stuff. I mean, that's taking it too far.
Yeah. People can
you
look
don't
up whatever
believe
they
it,
want,
but the computer and move on.
No, yeah, I mean, that's where I like people can look up whatever they want, but then the after effect is like, fam, now it's just like you put a scarlet letter on them, and how dare anyone speak to them? How dare anyone and you take someone like me who gets canceled all the time and has people do that. Bigger content creators get bullied for even mentioning my name, son. Like, and you think you're gonna do that with me and think that I'm gonna respond as if I've never gone through it? No, if you dislike someone, that's okay, but you can't dictate who speaks to them. That's dumb.
There's a lot of that, BX. There's a lot that even just subscribers who aren't creators, that when you pop up in a chat, they'll be like, weren't you just in so-and-so channel? And I'll be like, and that's your business? How? What are you going to try to friggin', attack me because of the channels I visit? It's nobody's business who I like, who I don't like, what channels I go into. It's really not.
Whatever you like, fam. I'm well aware that there are people that watch me that don't like me. I'm well aware that people that watch people that I don't like. That, fam, sometimes people want the entertainment factor. They like the debates. They like going back
Right.
and forth. They like screaming at the bad guy. I'm known as the bad guy. Everybody wants to scream at him. But I think sometimes people take it too far where they pull the Ron Artest where they start throwing drinks at people in the stadium. It's like, whoa, now you want to be a part of it. You want to get on and start trying to debate and argue and not realize how good I am at it. And I'm going to start picking apart all the inconsistencies and things that you're saying. I
Right.
did, but I didn't. I did, but I did. Which one is it? You come in here from a sock account, you're lying. I just caught you in a lie. You just said 30 seconds ago that you sent a private email, but then you said that you didn't contact anyone. Like, so what? Like, what do you think this is? And my only thing is, if you want to have a discussion, if you just say, yo, BX, I disagree with them. I think they full of crap. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. You're entitled to your opinion. That's cool. What's wrong with just having that kind of mindset? But because you disagree, you got to dictate everything that goes. I'm not a channel that works like that. I hope people didn't think that. I don't know how you could think that, but I'm not for sale, fam. If you want to support me because you enjoy my content and stuff, that's cool, but I'm not for sale.
Oh, what about like if somebody's mentioning you in their video and attacking you and insulting you, and you go to clap back, and now you're the bully?
That
I
happens all the
can
time.
never wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, that happens all the time. All the time.
Yeah,
It's
don't
because
bring somebody's
I'm
name
actually
up.
funny.
Right.
That's all it is. I'm
And
going to
then
hit
the
harder.
second they get you on a panel, oh, they lose their mind. And then you sit there and you come back with logical responses and you stay calm and they just punk themselves. You just did that to yourself.
They set them up.
It's
You know
just
what it is? It's
weird.
because they think that they can put emotion in front of me and think I'm going to ease up. Or just, you heard the response was, but well, people were angry. What that got to do? No, that don't make it okay. That don't make it okay for you to bully my subscribers, people that do engage with my content off of my platform. Why would you think that I would ever think that's okay?
A lot of
Disagree with
creators
each other, but don't do that.
They'll block somebody just who comes into a chat because they may have visited a channel that the creators don't like each other. But that's not the subscribers' business. And they shouldn't be making subscribers pick sides.
That is true. You shouldn't have to do that.
No, it's bullying and the crying and the sad fishing. That's manipulation, and it works, especially when Glera does it or Robbie. Like his relapse was everybody else's fault, not his. They made him do that. That's not responsible. And if that's happening to you because of YouTube crap, you need to get off YouTube because your sobriety, which your life depends on, is more important. But some people are addicted to this.
Yes.
They're addicted to this.
Yeah. This is their soap opera.
Yeah. The men, they'll get coddled by the women and just, oh, you poor thing. We know you're a good person when they've never displayed any kindness. They've done nothing but attack other creators. I mean, look at the way even Clara treated, and I know Kay's like your favorite person, but the way he streamed her night after night while spitting and almost screaming and almost having seizures, I thought he was going to have a stroke. Like that she would make him feel that intense. I was like, this is not healthy.
I think that was an act. I think that he saw her getting popular for certain tactics, so he did the exact same tactic. But then my thing is that he acts as if that never happened, like that time frame. I always am upfront when I'm petty. I'm petty bear. That's me. I was selling shirts that said it. I'm super petty, fam. But I do have integrity, and I have certain things that I will do and I won't do, and things that I stand for.
Right.
But like my main things is trying to control other people's mindsets. Like, yeah, if I can help people look at things more logically, that's cool. But I can't tell you how to think. I can't tell you who to talk to. Like, and it's so ass backwards, yo. Like, if people were in my shoes, they would just be laughing at some of this stuff. You tell me who I could talk to, but everyone that dislike me are best friends. They do streams together, collab. Everyone who dislike me, and I just be laughing like that's funny. But God forbid I even speak to someone that you don't like or don't agree with. That's kind of nasty, dude. Like, why are you trying to control people? I'm an anarchist. People don't see my symbol. Like you can't stop telling me what to do. It ain't
Well,
gonna
the
end well
second
for you.
somebody tries to control you, they just made the decision for you.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
It made me
I
go,
mean,
oh, why do you, if you can't use a discussion to get your point across and you got to use emotion and try to control and all that, it makes me go, okay, clearly
I'm not going
something's
to fuck
up.
with you. I can't fuck with you because you're not going to control me. And this is going to be an issue. Yeah, you
You don't
can't
try to
like,
silence someone else. You're afraid of what they have to say.
right. Oh, the false strikes. That's a coward's attempt to try to
Fam, I have
just
not
shut you
striked a
off
single
completely.
channel yet, ever. And people upload my whole video. But fam, I'm telling yo, I'm gonna get real petty because I get striked on a regular basis for stuff that's fair use. Yo, Vince, so the way I'm starting to see it is like, damn, then maybe I'll start striking the people that are really taking my stuff, that upload my stuff with no commentary. Because if people are gonna strike me for fair use, it's like it's a nasty ass game out here, fam. They don't like you, so they're entitled to do the worst of the worst because you're an evil, bad person. And that's just not right.
Well, the truth is hard for some people to hear. To them, that's like a bad thing. But as far as I have, from what I've watched, if you haven't watched every one of your videos, but what I've seen, you've been pretty truthful, in my opinion. I mean, it's uncomfortable for people to hear it, but when you have creators crying or even bringing up they're broke or they're not feeling well in some way, that's sad fishing, and it's manipulation to get your money.
Mm-hmm.
And too many, like this is mostly women in these channels, if you notice. For some reason, they'll just give money when they bring up a sad situation, you know, or start crying because their feelings are so hurt. I find that like that's a bitch move.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, Kyra?
My girl.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to pop on because you guys brought up the creators being like addicted to like their being a creator, and I was just thinking about it because like there's this thing in cognitive psychology based on Pavlov's dog, where if they get trained, quote unquote, by a positive reinforcement of getting like subscribers, money, etc.
Mm.
So that's just what that made me think about.
And just in case you guys don't know, Kyra is a fully licensed therapist. I'm joking. She's joking. That's what they do, though. That's what they do. But yeah, she's studying that right now.
Yes, I am a senior psychology major.
So you're saying they're
even
using that
if
as
you-
validation?
If you recognize, like even the grooming that happens when they're setting the stage for something they're about to play or a clip, they're actually just by the power of mentioning what they're about to hear and you know laying it out for them and then playing
Framing.
something, they've already
Yeah, I was about
manipulated
to say that.
how they're going to perceive it, and I find that to be manipulative. Just play the thing.
Sometimes, well, when someone's giving criticism or their opinion on it, I'm not mad at them speaking about it or saying their piece. I can never say that. If they're doing it in a nasty way where they're not trying to let people think for themselves, then yeah. But if they're saying their opinion, I'm not mad at that. You can't just play the video and that's blatantly taking someone's stuff. just play the video. Nah, you can't do that. You got to give some kind of commentary just for fair use, as well as everyone's entitled to their opinions. So I'm not mad at that. When I think framing comes into play is where it's a blatant narrative,
Right.
super blatant. Like that's where it's really tricky. It's a slippery slope. Because like I think the best example I could give is maybe somebody like a Derek Jackson. I don't know
I don't know
if everyone's. He was a content creator that gave advice to females, and he was pretty much saying how men are evil. And they all dirty and nasty. And then it got revealed that he was doing everything that he was saying men does.
I know him. He was cheating on his wife and got caught, and he had to publicly apologize.
And when he did the apology, he did two apologies. He did one while he was squeezing his wife's hand really, really hard as she defended him. And he did a second one where he was reacting to it. And this is what framing is. This is the big difference. He goes, Now, if I was someone that was subscribed watching this, I would say that this brother is trying hard and that no one should bash him. That's framing. When you're blatantly telling people what to do and how to think, not saying, I believe that this is and this, but whatever, let me know what you guys think in the comments, or they drop the link like I do to take conversations and have a discussion about it. Nah, they're framing it. So that I think that's the big difference. And there's a lot of people that do that though.
I watched those apologies. They were cringy. And the thing was, he was portraying himself to be the perfect husband, family man, and giving advice on the nuclear family and how it should be and what roles. And then he was just a lying, cheating husband.
Yeah.
And got caught.
Yeah. And you know what it was?
Oh.
The best thing about it, what I thought was dope, is because right around the time, there was someone by the name of Kevin Samuels. I don't know if you heard of him, but he's like a life coach. He's a life coach, and he gives advice, and he went viral for telling some females the truth, but he did it in such a way that people was just trying to cancel him. Oh, he's horrible. Oh, he be just bashing women and all this other stuff. When that thing happened with Derek Jackson, it made people appreciate Kevin Samuels because he was honest.
Wow.
So people started viewing it differently. Like, okay, go ahead, be the asshole to me. Tell me what I need to do. Because he was telling girls like, yo, you're average at best. Why do you think you can get this guy with this and this? And you're not really analyzing things. You're not working on yourself. He was saying a lot of harsh truths. But when people experience that lie to the level that they did with Derek Jackson, people changed their whole perception of it. It was giving me the truth. Yes, no, don't give me the lies like he was doing, because he was ruining relationships. There are people that got divorced because of Derek Jackson's advice. The whole time he's living a lie.
Wow.
Kevin Samuels is out here getting people married from honesty.
Right.
So that's what I thought was funny about that.
He was giving it real, like, to kind of know your station almost. And if you want to improve yourself to get that better, more successful man, then you need to do this, this, and this. It was honesty, and it hurt.
Yeah.
You're lacking in these areas. Or maybe you're too clingy.
Yeah, but that's my thing is, if you're not emotionally prepared to take some real information, then you just don't watch. Don't go to the person, ask them for their advice, and then when they give you the real, you're like, oh my God, you run off. But then at the same time, that's not an invitation to be an asshole, guys. You got to make that clear, because some people will have too much fun with it. They could not like something, and they just going to go crazy with the bashing of it just for comedic effect. You got to relax sometimes. I'm talking about in personal life. If your friend asks you for advice, don't sit there and tell him how ugly he is for 30 minutes. Like, that's too much. It's way too much.
Did the other guests know about that gentleman that portrayed himself to be the perfect family man and got caught?
What do you mean? The people that
your guest on the panel with us.
Does Kyra know about that? Do you know about Derek Jackson, Kyra?
Yeah, you talked about him. We talked about him together once live stream too.
Yes.
Oh,
see, she be in the live streams, and I did videos on it. So check out my old videos. I always tell people that when you subscribe to me, or if you're just watching me, go back, pick a playlist, get to know me, man. Come to my live streams.
I would love to hear your take on that guy and how his apology went, because I never even noticed how he was squeezing his wife's hands, and that was probably like, bitch, sit here and go along with this. Don't get out of line.
Hell out of him. But what I have to say is there's no way she wasn't fully aware of what was going on. It was a sacrifice because he was getting money. He was able to provide. He was able to do certain things. So she was rocking it. Because look, even after the fact, after she knows now, she's choosing to stay with him.
Well, I don't think that necessarily transgression like that necessarily has to be an end of a marriage. You get married for life and death. So there can be forgiveness if you can actually forgive and not remain bitter and make slide comments that's not really forgiving. Yeah, I think there's forgiveness and infidelity.
I can understand that, but when it's done in the matter that he did it was a huge amount of times, it's documented. He tried to get other girls pregnant, and then on top of that, he built a career selling himself as Mr. Perfect, respect your woman, don't ever cheat, do this and this. It was fraud. So I think when you have someone living that big of a lie, for you to stay with them still, it's more than just the infidelity. It's them. Forget the public. Them living a lie before they were public humiliation. Man, that's crazy
have
to me.
Think. Let's just not even worry about his TV persona or YouTube persona. She had to have known, where the fuck is my husband? You would have to know that. She had to know. So she's playing that she was in the dark too.
Finn, he was doing videos in his car in front of other women's house.
Yeah. She knew. She
There's
absolutely.
no way. It was just she knew the benefits.
It was
She
more
was-
beneficial for her to forgive him in the public eye and him look like he's taking responsibility and making amends to his wife, because that's a
Yeah.
strong message too. So
it's like the movie. You ever seen what's it, Girls Trip?
yes, I have.
You remember how Regina Hall was going to ignore everything, or she's been ignoring her husband cheating just so she could keep selling these books?
Right.
That's a real thing.
It's about the almighty dollar. Money
Yeah.
is powerful.
Or the comfortability. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You're so used to a certain lifestyle, you want to be comfortable. Pretending
Yeah.
everything is okay is what's best for you, or what you think is best for you, which we about to bring this full circle, happens on YouTube. A lot of people see these things and they know that it's wrong, but then they just ignore it because it's more comfortable to be aligned with the mob or be aligned with the crowd.
Well, BX, a lot of subscribers in channels who will ignore behavior that they're lashing out on other creators about, and then their favorite creator they're supporting is actually doing as well. If they speak up, there's a community in those channels, so they lose the friendships, because most
Yes.
likely the subscribers stay with the creator, and that person who's going to try to pull out or point out the bad behavior, they'll get attacked, and now
Yeah.
they've lost all their YouTube friends. So yeah, they'll stand down and accept things that they won't from other creators because of the consequence of it, of
Look
speaking
at
up.
all the people that ride with Dad Challenge podcast when he is blatantly false flagging people on a normal basis. He's doxing people regularly.
Yeah.
Like, and no one cares. They just ignore him. You know why? Because he'll do a whole video shouting you out and list you as one of the featured channels on his backup channel. That gives you promo. And then
Right.
you'll lose your subscribers, or most of your subscribers, if you was the bad talker.
And you know what? He knows that, the manipulation in that I'm going to let you promote. You're going to gain some subs from my community. And that puts them in their place of never publicly saying out loud what Dad Bod is doing is hella wrong. Because
Yeah.
those subscribers are going to unsubscribe if they're only faithful to Dad Bod. So
That
there's
is a fact.
consequences. And he gets to keep them in control.
Yeah. And it's all through the false information of him. I'm fighting for children exploitation. And no, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's
He's fighting
not.
for himself.
Doing 1,000
so
videos
eager
about
to
Mike
make
that does
money.
nothing for it.
So eager to make money. He even tried to steal the adopted child. The father has a channel on cleaning cars. A lot of people find that watching that's very therapeutic for some reason. I don't. I'm a female. I don't really love that thing. But he tried to create a second channel, and he said it was to take his subscribers from him.
Yeah,
Now,
I remember
Do
that.
you realize how effed up this is? This
Yeah,
man,
he told me
that's
that.
his livelihood. He has to feed 4 other children.
He told me that too. It was when he first started doing it, I was just like, it's cool, whatever. He's being petty. But then when he's blatantly saying, I'm doing it to take all this, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty. That's
So
pretty damn
in the
nasty.
name of getting your so-called justice, which isn't even justice, YouTube is not getting justice for him, whatever happened to him. In the name of trying to defend him, you're gonna be willing to hurt 4 other children. Nobody sees how
He
effed up
don't
it is.
care. He don't care. Fam, he was a family vlogger, bro. Like he was a
Exactly.
family vlogger talking about how much he hate family vlogs. And then when I put up the video exposing him for it, he deleted all the videos and then flagged my video down.
Ugh.
That's crazy. If that don't show that I'm guilty and I'm trying to hide something, you
Right.
force flag my video and then remove all the family vlog videos that you had? That's crazy, bro.
You know, BX, like I do, he blew up off of that story.
The mic is, yeah.
Yeah, that's when he blew up, when he started. I wouldn't say he's huge, but that's when he really got a huge amount of subscribers. So for him, that was a successful path. So he stuck with it. It looks obsessive now. And for him to now get caught actually trying that formula and it didn't work for him, he has to try to hide that.
That's a fact. Well, it did. It worked for him. It definitely. He grew a lot, because no one really cared about the Dad Challenge podcast before that.
Right.
He tried a lot of things. He did parodies. He had a rock band. He tried family vlogs, skits. He did a bunch of stuff,
Yeah,
man. And I'm not
he did.
shaming him for that. But it's just like, yo, it's super hypocritical for you to start bashing someone for that, like in the manner that he does. Not even giving criticism, but more just you need to be destroyed and end it. And you start reading their past searches for that they did when they was kids, like.
And
And
he
talking
even
about
did
things
that
about
on
their personal
Facebook
relationship.
from when she was in nursing school, because she asked somebody for help with an assignment, and he called her basically a fraud of a nurse, that she didn't even do her own educational work to earn her registered license degree.
That's funny
Just
coming from a fraud of a pastor.
right?
And
He
you
got
get
fired. He got
Yes.
fired. He didn't leave the church. And did you know
Oh,
that another
no.
GoFundMe story? He set up a GoFundMe for him to hire an attorney. He ended up collecting over $20-something $100 to hire an attorney to sue the church, and that never
Yeah, so that.
fruition. So where's that money?
Mm-hmm. I do know that in my video, it's a long form one. I think it's called DCP is the worst or something like that. It's on in playlist Watch ASAP on my main channel. But in that video, I show a clip of him telling me directly that he was fired because he built up too much of a following.
What?
That's really scary. That's what he said out his mouth. Out his mouth. I got fired from my job as a pastor because I built up too much of a following.
Well, that couldn't be true, because he got terminated way before he ever really had a significant following. So I don't know what he's talking about. Is
He
he saying
was in the church.
in the church? Well, I would think a mega church like that would want their pastors to be popular for
Yeah,
people to
unless
watch.
they were doing stuff like weaponizing those people, or trying to get them to buy tickets for something, or trying to monetize
now,
them. That's probably
Using
what
their
happened.
position in the church for
Mhm.
personal gain,
Yes,
that would be a problem. And I could see
that
those
could be possible.
boundaries being exploited.
By
for
him,
personal-
of course. Of
Yeah.
course. He learned this from somewhere. 100%. I don't want to bash the church or anything. I don't have anything
No.
against churches, but it's just, it doesn't seem right. But we don't know for sure. I have to make sure I state that.
Yeah,
But
I
guys,
don't know
this,
100% sure the reason either.
yeah, well, he said, I'm just going based on what he said. But
Right.
guys, that's the end of this stream. I'm gonna put this on members, but then I'm gonna re-upload it to my second channel, my backup channel, Garfield Speaks. Subscribe to that channel to get bonus videos and bonus content.
Thank you for
Re-upload it.
having me. I really enjoyed speaking with you.
No, I appreciate the dope conversation, man. It got interrupted for a little bit with some knucklehead, but it don't matter. I opened up the lines for conversation, so that's what I was willing to have.
Actually, I think Georgia is a nice person, but the YouTube stuff, she takes it serious. That's it. That's all I want to say. But
She's a
I have
knucklehead.
spoken to her once or twice, and she's a pretty nice girl when you get her outside.
Peep this. She's a knucklehead. I'm talking about her actions, what she just showed. I don't care
Okay,
about none of
all
that other
right.
stuff.
Other
She
stuff.
just showed
Okay.
her ass just now. So she's a
Okay.
knucklehead. Whatever. People are
But
entitled
thank
to have their
you so
opinions.
much. I really appreciated it.
No problem. You guys have a good day.
You too.
Bye, everyone.